What is up, MMA fans? This is Tudor Leonte for Sherdog.com, and today I have the pleasure to talk with former UFC light heavyweight champion and MMA living legend, Mr. Quinton Rampage Jackson. Hello, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm fine as well. Thanks for asking. So, listen, it's been a while since you transitioned to Hollywood. Right now, you are an Hollywood actor. But I would like to ask you, how was it for you, at first when you transitioned from the cage, from MMA to movie sets?
Well, it was actually pretty easy for me. I still remember my first movie with Federico Lapenda. He had me do a movie, and I'm a big kid. Acting is fun. Is you get to pretend, and it was easy for me because I enjoy being a kid, and I take that to acting. I think it's fun. Like you can pretend to be anything that your role allows you to be.
I know that MMA requires passion and a lot of training. What about acting and the sacrifices you put in?
Acting requires a lot of skill. I have a lot more respect for actors after me trying to learn acting and get better at it. You think that it's like easy, but really it's not, because you got to do the same things over and over, and it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work when you really think about it. A lot that goes into it. I really respect actors after I've done a few movies now.
Is it a little bit like MMA, right? Repetition and practice makes perfect.
That's anything, but I couldn't compare acting in MMA, because in MMA you make one mistake, the fight's over. In acting, you make a mistake, you just shoot the scene again.
Yeah, for sure. That's right. You're obviously right here. So we are here to talk about Lord of the Streets, your latest movie, which debuted on Tubi on April the 22nd. In the movie, you portray the biggest, baddest criminal in town, Kane, aka the Lord of the Streets himself. Where did you take inspiration for your character?
Man, this character reminded me of Suge Knight mixed with what's that character name from? It's on the tip of my tongue. The character from Nino Brown from what was that movie? I forgot the name of the movie, but a lot of people know that movie. That character named Nino Brown. He was an asshole. Kane was like, he probably one of the biggest assholes I've ever seen in a movie. So that was my inspiration. I kind of figured like put Nino Brown with Suge Knight, and just make him like the worst asshole ever.
Were you talking about New Jack City?
Yeah, New Jack City.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I saw the movie. Your character, is it a character? Quite a character, actually.
Yeah.
And don't take this one the wrong way, but how much do you relate to your character, and how much did you put in him?
I don't relate to him at all. The things he did, I would never do anything like that in real life. I pride myself as being one of the nicest people on the planet until you piss me off. I think I'm one of the nicest people ever. But that's my own opinion. But I don't relate to Kane at all.
And you shouldn't, since he does a lot of bad stuff. In the story, actually, he demands from the protagonist, portrayed by Trish Anthony Chris, to run some errands for him and repay the debt he owes him. What would you do if you were in Jason's place? Jason is the protagonist, the name of the protagonist.
Right. You know what? I would probably do the same thing the character did. They took his daughter I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but you know, they had his back up against the wall, and he pretty much had to do what he had to do to keep his daughter alive, right? So, you know, if you ever put in that situation, you don't know what to do. But I think the best thing to do is go along with the person that has your family member and keep them safe until it was time to strike. And I think Jason, you know, I think he did what he had to do.
I know that Lord of the Streets is just a movie, but I would like to hear your opinion about the, you know, continuous juxtaposition between MMA and the criminal world. What do you think about that?
What do you mean?
I mean, you know, the comparison and the mixture between MMA and the fact that, you know, some movies imply there is some connection between MMA, the MMA world, and the criminal world.
Well, I think movies just want to spice things up, right? Make the movie seem interesting. You know, MMA is one of the most legit sports out there. You know, most of us know each other. We have the best sportsmen, like you know, saying camaraderie. I don't see any ties with the criminal world with MMA, but for movies, it makes a good story.
Yeah, for sure, and I agree with you. I was just curious, you know, about the image of the sport. You know.
No, you know, I think some people look at things too deeply these days. I think the world has gone too sensitive lately. Like people are looking for stuff to complain about. I'm not one of those people. I'm not looking for anything to complain about. I don't look too deeply into stuff like movies or comedians or anything like that. I think it's a movie, and you know, you don't want to watch a boring movie, do you? You want to watch something exciting. So I don't think that they're like giving MMA a bad rep by putting this out there. I think it's people, you know, intelligent people can differentiate and say, okay, this is a movie.
And I agree with you on this one. Now that we are talking about MMA, your latest MMA fight, so you face Fedor Emelianenko in Japan. Is there any chance you will consider fighting again if the right occasion arises?
Yeah.
And have you been offered an MMA fight or a contract?
No.
No, not yet.
No.
A lot of MMA fighters are testing themselves in boxing nowadays. Have you ever considered doing that?
Yeah, plenty of times. I've been wanting to box for years now. For over 10, 15 years, I've been trying to get a boxing match.
But no one seems to answer your challenge?
No.
I know that you shared the movie set with Anderson Silva. He as well is a former UFC champion. He transitioned to boxing. What about facing him, facing the Spider in a boxing match?
We're in two different weight classes. So, you know, I never thought about it. I can say I would love to do more movies with him. You know, he surprised me with his acting skills, and he was great. He was great to be around on a movie set. But I never thought of fighting him. You know, I've been fighting with Anderson Silva for quite some time now, because we both started over in Japan, and I've always been a fan of his fight style. But we've never been in the same weight class, so I never thought about fighting him.
For sure, I understand that. In the movie, Anderson Silva portrays your henchman. How did you two, you know, relate on the movie set?
Great. Anderson Silva is a great guy. We got along great, and you know, it was really cool watching him work. And one part it was really funny because in one part in the movie, he had to tell the girl, you know, shut up, bitch. He was like, no, I don't want to say that. He was too nice. He didn't want to say it, and I had to remind him, like, listen, it's not Anderson Silva telling her to shut up, bitch, or calling her a bitch. It's Axel. And once he realized that, he was like, oh, then he had no problem calling her a bitch after that. So that made me like him even more. Like, he's such a nice guy that he wouldn't even for acting, he wouldn't even call a girl a bitch.
For sure, it was bizarre to see him portray, you know, a bad guy, a villain, let's put it like this. And, you know, he has always been the paradigm of sportsmanship and fair play. And while in that movie, he's totally the opposite.
Right. He's a super good guy.
Sir, I finished my questions. I would like you to ask you before we finish our interview to invite the fans to watch the movie on Tubi.
Okay. For all the MMA fans out there, I think this is a movie that you really gonna want to check out. It has a bunch of MMA fighters in there, and Trench from Naughty by Nature. I think it's a great film. The director was great. We had a good time watching. We had a good time making the film, and I think you guys have a good time watching it. You know, check it out right now. It's on Tubi.
Sir, thank you very, very much for giving me a little bit of your time today. I invite the fans as well to check the movie on Tubi. Best of luck with your upcoming projects, and hopefully I'll hear again from you in the future.
Sounds good. Take care, brother.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.